let's start it. It should just take like a second to actually be live on YouTube, but once this is live, I guess we'll just go into the topics. Okay, we are live. Yeah, so how's everybody's day been going? Flamish has that high energy, Loke. Oh, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. I guess so, huh? I just realized that it's not capturing your guys' audio, so let me just fix that. Okay, there we go. Now everybody should be able to hear you. With all the, and I'm just fixing the title right now, so yeah.
There we go. Of course I got the high energy.
Oh, but yeah, any games you guys been playing this weekend, or just this week in general?
A lot. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Very good game. I finished Darkest Dungeon last week. Yeah, beginning of last week I finished Darkest Dungeon. Now, what? Vince says he can't hear me. What's going on?
It should be fixed now. Yeah, because the OBS is capturing your audio. Unless
Yes, that's what...
yeah, it might just take a second because it wasn't fixed before.
Now he hears me. Okay,
yeah,
so I was saying, I finished Darkest Dungeon, and now I think I'm maybe 2/3 through replaying Space Marine. So right now the games on my rotation is Final Fantasy VII Remake, Space Marine, Warhammer 40k Space Marine, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I've been playing recently.
All right, so any new shows you guys been watching? Because there's one show in particular I want to talk about.
Let Flemish go with what games he's been playing, man.
All right,
Yeah.
I forgot. Okay, yeah, Flemish, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to spit my fire. I played a lot of games this week. I played a lot of games the last few weeks because we didn't have a show for a few weeks now. So I'm hyped. I'm full of energy and I'm ready to go. Let's start with the games. So first of all, I played Final Fantasy 14, the MMO. I played it again. By the way, those are my Belgian friends. Say hi to my Belgian friends. All the years, lol. So I played Final Fantasy 14, Path of Exile because new league started. I played Diablo 3 again because new season started. Diablo 4 because I'm getting prepared for season 4 that's coming next month. I played some other games, new South Park game I played as well, Snow Day, which was awesome, together with one of the guys in a chat called Dominic, and also Jelle and Kevin. Oh my god. And yeah, I also played the on PlayStation. You had the free, like the game in the subscription service that you can own forever called Immortals of Avia, and that game, it's not worth the full price I was asking for in the beginning, right? But that game is actually really good. I really love the visuals in that game. Performance could be a little bit better sometimes. I do feel there are some hiccups on PlayStation 5, but it's a really great game, and visually it's stunning with Unreal Engine 5. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the chat of your friend saying try out Euro Truck Simulator. I am not. I am not playing that. I'm sorry. Any simulator game I play, I will just automatically fall asleep in.
Ah, come on! It's one of the best simulators ever.
I'm not a big fan of simulators. I'll be honest.
I'm missing out. What you want to do a job like you don't want to do it in real life, but you can do it in game.
If
Like
I wanted
power
to do a
washing
job, if I wanted to do a
simulator.
job, I could have just done it in real life. Okay. Back me up here, love.
Oh, come on.
You'd relate.
I
I
have
can't
this
help
new.
because right now I'm actually editing a video for
Mhm.
a simulation game called Taxi Life, a city driving simulator, and I had a lot of
Yes.
fun. So I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Okay, so I guess I'm the only one here.
Yeah,
And
just you, man.
the-
Just you.
like that's another. I was playing the simulator called Supermarket Simulator, where you have to build your own supermarket.
That sounds like fun.
Oh,
You have
great.
to stock your own shelves. You have to get the monies, build up, and hire people, and get your stock in order, and make sure everything's priced correctly. It's yeah, it's like a real supermarket job.
Well, on top of that, what up? Anything you've been watching recently?
Yeah, I've been watching a few shows actually. But what have you been playing, Kelly? Because you don't forget yourself. Come on.
Me, I'm just playing. I've just been playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That's all you really ever catch me on. I just
Yeah.
like to play that game just so much. It's just become addicting at this point. I mean, besides that, I've also been playing some Midnight Club Los Angeles, but that's part of my retro. That's part of my retro series I'm working on, and I'm almost done with the Wolverine Platinum video. So we'll be putting out some new content soon. Yeah, just
Ooh.
that grinding for that platinum has been a pain.
Mm.
Yeah, but besides that, okay, so I'm just gonna get it out of the way. I want to talk about the Fallout show.
Yeah, clearly.
That okay. So I'll be honest. I haven't finished it off yet. I've only seen the first episode, but the first episode is really fucking good.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm with you on that one because I also haven't finished the whole show, but I've only watched 2 episodes. I'm just being 100% honest. What happened was I was supposed to binge it yesterday, but they cut the electricity.
oh no.
Yeah, I had no electricity. On the plus side, instead of sitting at home and watching Fallout, I actually went to the gym. I was at the gym for I think about 5 or 6 hours. Well, I wasn't working out the full 6 hours. Worked out for like 2 hours. Then I went to get a snack, hanging out with some buddies, and then I called my maid, and she's like, "Yeah, there's still no electricity." So I was like, I might as well go back because my energy was back up. So I was like, I might as well just go back. I did almost a full body workout on like yesterday instead of watching Fallout. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the episodes this coming week. I think I'll watch 1 per day.
But what were your thoughts about the episodes you did get to watch?
Oh, dude, magnificent. I watched the first episode 3 times. I watched it on Friday, I think. I rewatched the first episode about 3 times. I watched the second episode twice. I didn't think I was going to have 0 electricity during the weekend. So that's why I was taking my time. Now I'm fucking pissed. I wish I had watched the episodes, but it's cool. I'll just watch it during this coming week.
What about you, Famish? Have you been able to watch it?
No, not Fallout. I've watched some other shows, including the Avatar series, the new one. that came out.
No. Oh no.
Oh yes, actually, not that bad,
no.
as I was surprised.
I
But then I
know.
watched the original. I watched the original series afterwards with my wife, and we actually enjoyed that way more.
Of course.
And then-
The live action show. I'm just gonna come on and say it, Flemish. I'm sorry to be pooping on your
I
parade,
watched
but
the whole way through. I've seen the whole thing.
yeah, the live action show sucks compared to the animation show.
The story isn't all that accurate. It changed on a lot of characters. A lot of development in characters is gone.
They also changed how some of
Um,
the bending works too.
Mm.
Yes, and in the first like 5 minutes, apparently he like,
X-Men.
Aang can fly. He can fly. In the first 5 minutes, it's like what? sense.
His comment.
Doesn't even make sense. So yeah, it's like okay, this is normal, I guess.
Okay. Look, real quick. Why would someone call you a creep in the gym, huh, sir?
No, I did not. No one called me a creep. I am one of those safe guys. If a woman is struggling in any way at the gym, I would rather let her die than go and speak to her. All right, I've got my headphones on. They're on maximum blasting rock music. I'm not trying to talk to any women, but if any man even has, if he has his leg or his arm in any position that's like out of form, I'm like, dude, come here, let me help you out. Let's be gym bros. I've got like 7 gym bros at the gym. We hang out, we know each other's names. It's not just awkward and whatever. But as soon as I see a woman, I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to become of the next victim on TikTok. No, thank you. Sir X-Men. So there you go. Cheers, man. Thanks for coming through, Sir X-Men. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming in by. Dominic, Vincent, and Sir X-Man. And of course, there's all of Flamish's friends. Thank you guys for coming out.
Is it Peter? Is it Van Hoot or Van Hoot? How do you?
I think it's
pronounce
Van Hoot. Because I don't know. It sounds a bit German-ish.
it sounds
It's
Dutch.
Dutch. It's Dutch.
Sounds Dutch.
The reason why I'm asking is because I grew up in South Africa and they speak Afrikaans, and the V usually is pronounced like an F.
Ah,
Like Van
Yeah,
der Vaart.
it's actually sorry. So Peter is actually called Van Houten.
Oh, Van Houten. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's from wood, but then with an extra e.
Okay.
the end.
Okay.
you're saying
Van
volume is
Houten.
better. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's oh my god, I think I'm gonna mispronounce this, but I'm gonna try it. Is it jelly? Is it jelly?
Jelly.
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of
Lord,
my
I'm
friends.
sorry.
That's a good name. We'll keep that. I think we will agree.
Okay,
We
what's
call Jelly
the
from now.
correct pronunciation? Come on.
Jelle van den Broek.
Oh,
I would have
Yella.
never guessed that.
Yeah, I would have
Uh,
said jelly, dude.
It's from them pants.
Yella van der Broek. Okay.
God, those
Hey,
are
we learned,
European
man.
names.
I'm here to learn, dude. I can't be sitting here with a bunch of Europeans and I'm just sitting around like, oh, I don't want to learn. I'm good. I
Oh,
wanna
oh,
learn.
I'm not even European. I'm American, man.
Oh no, I wasn't even counting you. I was counting Flemish, Yella, Peter, and Dominic. Is Dominic also European?
Yeah, yes. So Jelle, Peter, and Dominic are all my friends from here in Belgium. Yes.
Nice. Hey, yeah, guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Yes.
Smash it out, share it out.
Spread this
Come on.
episode in the algorithm, please.
Please. You can't see us, but we're on our knees. Anyway, go ahead. Flash.
Well, you don't have any knees technically.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. I'm exposed out here.
Yes.
But okay. Oh yeah,
So-
Vince is also in Europe. I forgot. Vince is also in Europe. Let's go.
Oh, well,
The European guys are ruling here. Sorry, Kelly.
Yep.
a high European crowd, huh? Okay.
Yep. So now we can
But-
talk about like, the UEFA Champions League, and I won't feel weird. You know, we can actually talk about like freaking Ajax, Man United.
You know,
Real
I actually,
Madrid,
I actually want to talk
Madrid.
about that once the tournament is over. But we'll just wait on that.
It's not a tournament. It's championship. It's.
Well, is it a tournament a championship?
No, it's the UEFA Champions League.
Okay.
Yeah, the UEFA Champions
Right?
League.
So it's a championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
you know-
Obviously, my American brain cannot process the difference.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's
yeah.
a
Don't worry.
big
By
one.
the
That's a
end of
big
this episode, we're gonna teach you. Don't worry.
All right. All right. I'll
But
bet to that.
Can I say one more? Can I say one more thing about the whole Avatar stuff? Because now watching the Legend of Korra, which is like the sequel, right, of the series.
Yeah.
What a mindfuck!
Hmm.
It's a mindfuck. So you go for like ancient times, no, like skyscrapers, no like city life, just old houses, old like more Eastern style, I would say, right, of housing, and then all of a sudden, the Legend of Korra is like a big city, bustling, there's cars and everything, and it's like 50 years later. It's like what? So I had mindfuck when I was watching the series. I'm still watching it. Only season 1 at the moment.
Oh yeah.
That's
Jumping
what I
from
wanted to say.
Avatar to Legend of Korra is a big jump because of the time gap that the show
No,
leaves.
that's not a big time gap though. It's only 50 years.
I mean, it's pretty. Well, they kind of make it pretty massive though. To be fair.
Yeah, if you look at the difference in what it has, it's insane. But it's only 50 years. It's insane. Like, yeah, I don't understand how they write that stuff. I couldn't wrap my hand around it, but I accept it now. So, now
Anyway,
I'm good.
but anyways, I'll continue on with the Fallout show with Loke here. So, well, that's the Fallout show. I just want to continue that with Loke here for
Fallout.
a minute.
Sorry.
But so okay, look, since you also probably watched Last of Us TV show, right?
No.
Really?
I washed my hands of The Last of Us after The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay, so the only reason I was gonna ask is because people were
Fallout.
comparing the two shows on Twitter and like asking which
Fallout
one was
is
better.
Fallout is better.
Really?
End of discussion. It's way better. The source material, like before we even talk about shows, right? Just the source material, one next to the other, Fallout's better. So, The Last of Us was 100% faithful to the games, according to what people have said, right?
Yeah.
And Fallout has been very accurate with the source material as well.
Well, I've
So
heard the opposite, that they kind of retconned a few things. That's kind of
retconned
par
New
for the
Vegas.
course for Bethesda.
No. They retconned New Vegas. New Vegas, remember, wasn't made by Bethesda.
Yeah.
Bro,
Todd
was made by
Howard.
the guys.
Todd Howard has had a hard on, like he's lots of hate for New Vegas. I don't know what that's about. Honestly, I think it's because people like fell in love so much with it, and they obviously fell in love with those developers and keep comparing everything Bethesda makes with Fallout to New
Yeah.
Vegas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's probably why he's got a problem with New Vegas. So I wasn't even shocked when I heard that they retconned New Vegas stuff. I was like, yeah, of course. And Todd Howard, a quick Easter egg, was involved in the making of this show. This wasn't just one of those things where they signed off on it and they gave it away. They signed off, and Todd Howard was there making sure all the decisions were made to make this thing as faithful as possible, including shitting on New Vegas law.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted shit on
That
New
is
Vegas
sad,
because that was probably one of the best games in all of the Fallout series.
And that's why he hates it. Dude, imagine your wife is always talking about her ex, bro. Imagine. Oh, Thomas used to do this. Thomas used to do that. It's like, fuck Thomas, dude. Fuck Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's how Todd Howard feels right now. I'm just guessing.
I mean, I would
But
guess
the
with
funny-
you.
The funny thing is, like, they took the whole IP of the Fallout, right? And that made the Outer Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Sir X-Man brings up an interesting point. He thinks that the show should get an Emmy award. Now I haven't seen the show I haven't seen that many episodes again, so I don't know if I don't know, because The Last of Us
From what I've seen,
The Last of Us is pretty solid, but I don't know how this compares to other shows that are coming out lately. For a video game show, for a video game based IP, this is actually a pretty good adaptation.
it's not just pretty good for video games. It's pretty good, period. I've recommended the show to people that don't play video games, that don't know anything about Fallout, and they're losing their minds telling me, dude, this is amazing. And these people that know nothing about Fallout.
Now, the whole reason I want to talk about the show is because, like, coming off the stinker of, you know, the Halo TV show, which is also under Microsoft now, I'm kind of hoping that this is kind of like a points to a new direction, that we're kind of getting away from just like having these crappy adaptations. Because like I don't know if you've seen the Halo TV show, but it is pretty bad.
Yeah,
no, I haven't seen.
I couldn't finish. I watched the first season. It was okay-ish. The second season, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So practically the people who made the Halo TV show didn't play the games at all and didn't want to reference the games at all, while the director for the Fallout series actually loved the games. He actually went back to play them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I guess we're kind of getting this renaissance period of like these people who actually are directing these TV shows that are playing the games.
Oh, actually, Warhammer, right? That's gonna be directed by the guy that made.
Oh
the
yeah.
Superman.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the Warhammer
Dude.
franchise. That's gonna be awesome.
I'm
gonna
actually
be
pretty
big,
hyped for that, even though I don't know a thing
Yeah.
about Warhammer.
Yeah, and there's a guy that he likes source material. This guy builds PCs. He plays the freaking games, so you know
And
it's going to be faithful.
He also paints the miniatures and actually plays the Warhammer like miniature board game.
What?
Himself. Yeah.
For real?
Yes, I've seen the interview. He actually has pictures where he shows what he painted and explains how Warhammer works.
I forgot about this here. Sir X-Man brought up the Gears of War series that's being made currently. I forgot. Who's that going to be under? Is that under Netflix or who's that under?
Let me check.
Yeah. We're just kind of in this golden age right now. Well, hopefully it's a golden age. I don't want to promise anything because, like, you know, we don't know if it's going to be good or not.
And that's something that I had to disagree with my buddy Ham on. Golden Age. It's like, okay, one show, for me at least. That's why I disagree. It's Fallout. And that's it. Halo.
Last of Us is pretty good. I recommend you watch it.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Shit. Right?
Okay, no, Last of Us 2 is a piece of shit, okay? The show, I'd argue, is pretty good, okay?
Which part of the games does the show follow? Because
season 1 just follows the first game fully throughout. So the first game is pretty solid as is, but this game just kind of like takes the good moments and adapts it like pure and throughout.
You know Cozy Beluga, right?
Yeah.
She said something very funny. She said, if you've played The Last of Us, you don't have to watch the show.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
Like what the game does.
Yeah, practically.
I haven't even seen it yet, so now I don't need to see it.
It's like, dude, if you've played the Last of Us.
Well, they kind of do add some new stuff between like two characters that were gay in the game. Well, at least it was insinuated.
But still,
So you don't really need to watch it.
I'm literally gonna replay Last of Us anyway when it's like $20 or something. The new one, right? The
remake
remaster version that they remake for PS5 that they did. So I'm waiting for basically like a huge sale on that game, so I can finally play it and play the second one behind it.
Well, yeah. Okay, so back to Luke's point. I don't know if you agree, Flamish, but do you disagree or agree that we're
Mm.
kind of in a golden age for like gaming IPs being turned into like TV shows and movies?
Yes, finally. Jesus, took only like 20 years. Took longer, took way longer. I mean, we got the Mario movie that was flopping first, right? Like so many years ago. Like how much? 25 years ago? I was still like a small kid, right?
Yeah.
Which was, if you look back, it's actually a cool movie, just not Super Mario. But yeah, now since they had like Sonic, I would say Sonic is like a real push
Oh
towards
yeah.
gaming franchises that was really successful. And then some other movies came, but I don't remember. And now we got like Borderlands coming as well, which me and my friends talked a little bit earlier.
That
as well,
show actually looks pretty
before.
interesting.
But the
I
show-
just don't know how they're
the
gonna
movie
handle
looks
it.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure because they did change some characters for how they look. I think Roland should be a more bigger guy. Sorry to Kevin. the small guy, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really fit the Roland character, I would say. But Jack Black is in it as Claptrap. I mean, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, there's some stuff I don't know.
There's also gonna be a God of War movie on Amazon, I believe.
No.
Yeah.
What?
No. Oh, I'm gonna watch that, Dave. For sure.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
100%.
God of War. There's gonna be a God of War movie for Amazon.
Wow.
I think they announced it last year, and I don't know if it's gonna be ready for like 2025 or something like that. I know it's a little bit gonna be a little later on that we're gonna get it, but yeah.
That would be. Oof.
The
I don't
last
know, man. And there's so much lore with God of War, and the thing about series is that they can take their time. It's not like a movie where they have to rush through a lot of stuff. With a
hands
TV show,
on.
they can do the whole origin, like how the whole thing in Sparta started, how he even ended up being a general or whatever. But let's be honest, guys. They could have done the same thing with Halo. They should have done it with Halo. They should have the first season of Halo, in my opinion,
It should have
no
been
Master
better.
Chief. It should have been zero Master Chief. It should have been origins of the Spartan program, just like the books. Give us what the original intent of the Spartans was, because the intent of the Spartans or the creation of Spartans wasn't even for the alien threat. It was literally to control the population.
Yeah.
Right? Give us a proper breakdown of what happened. Take your time. Give us like 10 seasons, 15 seasons of God of War. The entire story from start to finish. But for some reason, these people cannot take their time. They just have to rush. They're like, that virgin, instead of relaxing and breathing, it's your first time. Take your time. It's like, it just wants to get to the end. And look at where we are with Halo. For me, in my opinion, Halo is all over the place. Not even worth watching.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I honestly expected it to be a lot better, but I think it's because they shoehorned in a new character and just like plot lines that weren't even in the games or books. It kind of just was all over the place.
Dominic brings up some good points. Says I get bored easily of the new game since the last couple of years. Nothing special anymore. The new Romeo and Juliet movie is coming out. So they're making a Romeo and Juliet movie. Did you guys know that they have a TV show called Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
They do?
Based off of the Brad Pitt movie with Angelina Jolie back in the day. Do you guys know that?
Wait, what? There's a series? I thought there was only a movie.
No, there's a series.
I had no idea about that.
No idea.
But why is it so bad? They're not taking their time. They jumped straight into Mr. and Mrs. Smith hooking up and going into all these types of shenanigans. All they had
Well,
to do was take their time, work through, right? Work through how Mrs. Smith became the super agent that she was in the movie. The first season could be about their formative years in their respective agencies, whether it was the CIA, the FBI, etc., etc. But they just want to shoot their shot. They just want to splurge instead of telling a good story. That's what's really pissing me off with all this.
Also,
Fallout's a good
Sir,
pay.
Sir X-Men bringing in Twisted Metal. That was actually a surprising show. I was not expecting that to be as good as it was.
That was actually good. That was good.
I
Twisted
still
Metal.
need to see that one. Jesus, so many freaking series.
Yeah, so many
Yeah.
good series.
For
No,
once.
actually, it's just two. For me, at least. For me, it's Twisted Metal and
Oh,
Fallout. I can't think of any other series that I'm like, from video games, this is awesome.
The Witcher was started out good, but then it turned to shit.
Thank you. Thank you for saying started
I-
out. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I don't want to
Started
say it was not entirely what The Witcher should be in season 3. I think it was completely out of whack.
Dude,
I don't
from
think it
season
was-
1, Geralt was nerfed in his own show.
Yes,
From
he
season
was.
1. It's like, dude, I'm turning on Witcher because I want to watch Witcher. But that's not what happened. Geralt
Nope.
was like,
Yeah.
the show. The rest of the show is all this other stuff.
Arethusa was like a big thing in the show, and I really didn't like it that much. It was a lot of boring, like in between Geralt. I just want to see more Geralt overall. And then season 3 was all the way. It was too much drama and all that stuff going on. It was not fun anymore to watch. I did watch it all the way through, but I don't think it's like a great ending
Well, I feel
at
bad.
all.
I feel bad for you, Flemish. You tortured yourself through that show.
Yeah, it's not only that, like I do want to see what the other guy is gonna do, the new one, like Jason Hemsworth or something. I don't know his name. Like the brother of Thor, right?
Damn,
Actor of Thor. But
it was wild.
I'm not being confident if the writing is that bad already. And Henry Cavill basically tried to get the show on the good side of gamers, right? And be accurate to the books and stuff, and fight at every turn. And now he's not there. I'm not sure what's gonna happen at all. It's
It's
gonna
not
be
gonna
horrible.
good.
It's not gonna be pretty, no.
Ugh.
You know how I used to watch Halo? I used to just fast forward any part that doesn't have Master Chief. Because most of it was useless gaff. But in the second season, even the parts that had Master Chief were just, for me at least, not enjoyable. So I was like, oh, okay, so bye-bye. I'm out.
Huh.
Yeah. I haven't
I should have
watched
done that.
Halo.
I should have done that. Ugh.
I'm not gonna
Trust me,
watch
go back and
Halo
watch the
actually.
first season. Go back and watch the first season. Skip everything that doesn't have Master Chief. You're gonna have a very good time. First season's alright. It's okay.
I'll take your word for that. Ugh.
Just like Halo is Master Chief. You cannot go without Master Chief, in my opinion.
Oh, dude,
I mean, you
they're
can. I mean,
trying
you
to
can. You
go-
can.
They're trying to go Tomb Raider without the rating, dude. Watch.
Oh,
them. Watch
yeah.
them.
Okay. You know what? You know what? Since you brought that up,
That's
we'll
like
go
one
into
of the
that
things,
next.
yeah. Oh, I want to talk about that as well. Yeah, because that's horrible.
Yeah. So go. You talk. You started off then, Flemish, since that's your topic.
Yeah, it's one of the topics that I said like, hey, let's talk about this. So basically, when we let me get my list. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. So basically, Tomb Raider, right? Like, it's so horrible. So you have this awesome franchise of years since the 90s. They have great games, right? Maybe 2000s. I don't remember. It's old, right? It's like, I would say like old time stuff, right? This awesome franchise, and you want to put political agendas in one of the best popular franchises of all time for like older people, I would say, like us, right? 30s, 40s. It's insane. So now we're going, instead of a Tomb Raider, They want to basically put the colonialism out of tomb raiding, which is what the games are about, and the franchise in general. And now we're going into like seeking the truth, and doing that kind of stuff. But it's so out of whack. It doesn't fit anything that Lara Croft stands for. Like you basically can make another game and not call it Tomb Raider anymore because it's not part of the franchise. I love it if they would just change the name from Tomb Raider into something completely different. Because it's not part of it. I would not accept and I would not buy that at all. Straight up, I'm gonna vote with my wallet on that. Even if it's one of the best games, I will not play.
It's just a board game for now. For now, that announcement is just for a board game.
Just a board game, not a video game.
No, they announced it for a video game.
No, it's a board game. The Tomb Raider and the Seeker of Truth, and then there's like 5 other characters on the screen.
What?
Yeah, it's a board game. It's not a like a video.
Why? Because I thought it was Crystal Dynamics that announced that they were doing that change.
Yeah, they own the IP, but it's not a video game that they're making.
Oh, hold
Yeah.
on.
I wouldn't be surprised if this affects the whole
I know
IP
there's
though.
a new game in the
That-
works as well. I know
Yeah,
there's
that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Right now, the announcement we are specifically talking about is a board game. But
still.
we know how these things work. First, it's like a test period, and then people get pissed off, but then they do it again, and then again, and then again, and then we get conditioned to it. Same thing happened with microtransactions. So this is the test phase, but they're definitely going to do it like full bore in the next few games. That's what we can predict, but that's not what's happening right now. We don't have evidence of it happening right now. The evidence that we have right now is that they're doing it to a board game. As for the whole colonialism thing, this just took me back to this game developer that said that she was living on appropriated land or something in Canada, and some Indians rocked up to her house, local like people the indigenous people of the American continent, right, rocked up to her house and were like, get out because this land is stolen. You said it yourself, get out. And now she wasn't feeling it, right? For me, this whole thing about colonization, if we're being 100% honest, everyone's gonna have to move out of wherever they are right now, and that's just insane. I think changes can be made. I think we can help people, right? But this thing about trying to pretend like the past or trying to fight the past, it's insane. It's crazy because the British aren't actually British. Like all the white people in the UK would need to leave because they're not indigenous from there. Lots of them migrated from, I don't know, fucking Norway or something, right? You go to Japan, you see a whole bunch of people that migrated from China. Do they have to go back? And vice versa. You come to Africa, where I'm at. We learned in school that half of the African population was Bantu, and a lot of it was related to the Khoi people. The Khoi people are people that just move around. They are nomads. Most of them are nomads. So everyone needs to just stop with this business of trying to fight the past. If you want to do something that has real value, go and do something else. This is not it. There's no value in taking away from Lara Croft.
Yeah.
And then they say they hate the whole situation of the colonial connections that Lara Croft has. Flemish, if you hate cheese, for example, are you going to sit in a factory of, are you going to go manage a cheese factory? Is that what you are going to do if you hate cheese? That's not what you're going to do.
Cheese? No, of course not.
These people say they hate the colonial connections that Lara Croft has to her tomb raiding.
Find another job.
need to go and make a game with Lara Croft then? Do you understand what I'm saying? You have a problem with Lara Croft and everything she stands for, but instead of making a new game, your solution is, I'm going to go to Lara Croft, use her IP, make money off of Lara Croft to then change the past. That's crazy to me.
Is that not the whole like shtick these days that a lot of developers do with their games? Like put all these political things in it. This is also political, in general. I just don't like what they're doing with game franchises. They should not touch what the IPs uphold, right? How they are written, what the things. It's they're touching all our great stuff, man. I am afraid for the future. I'm afraid what gaming is turning into, including what fucking Ubisoft is doing, which we will talk about later.
You see, that's kind of my fear with them changing the video game series. Is like, it's like playing Uncharted without the actual expedition, or with all the expedition stuff of like looking for treasure. Like, it doesn't work without it. It's called Tomb Raider.
There we go.
It's like it's not called Lara Croft on her adventures.
Yeah. Seeking the truth, right?
Yeah.
Seeking the truth. She's a detective now instead of like a Tomb Raider. Make a Sherlock Holmes, for God's sake.
Yeah, you're good, X-Man. Yeah, this politics stuff is it's
scary.
Yeah. You either get flamed for talking about it, or you just have to stay silent about it.
Yeah.
But dude, and that's another thing. Kelly, you're the only American here. Like, I'm so sorry for you guys, because you guys can't speak. You guys are not allowed to do it.
I mean, we're allowed as long as it falls into the legal
That's
pretense.
some scary stuff. Living in. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, because we have this blanket free speech thing. So as long as it's like you're not saying anything that'll like threaten anybody, you're safe.
Yeah, you could say you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You can say that to anyone on the street. Now, reactions is of course something that, but you can do it. You can even do it to the cops.
Okay, but can you actually say? Because there's something like soft power, right?
Yes.
Like, for example, the U.S. doesn't mandate an African country to I don't know, go against its people, right? And vote a law into effect that's against the culture of the people. They don't mandate the African country to do that. But there's such a thing as soft power. They'll just say, we think you should do this. And then the leaders of that country need to sit back and be like, okay, these guys give us X billion every year. Do we really want to go against what they think we should do? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that doesn't exist here. I mean, sure, like you're kind of intimidated by like going against the grain, I guess.
Soft power. When I say soft power, I'm saying that exact intimidation factor that you're talking about.
Oh, like, that's not really an intimidation. That's not really.
We'll take your job, right?
Yeah.
You can say it. You're free to say it, but then we'll take your job. So can you say it? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, you literally go to. Sorry, Candy.
Yeah, you can continue.
Well, if you go to a cop, right? Let's say you're a cop on the street. You walk to the cop and you just say "fuck the police" against the cop. That cop shouldn't do anything to you.
Yes.
You can literally do that normally. If the cop is abusive, of course, and it abuses his power, it will do something else.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it will try to get.
But if you're in the States, if Kelly says he's against a certain agenda or certain political side,
nothing will happen to me. Nothing will really happen to me. I mean, like you could do the cancel culture stuff. But that doesn't really work anymore.
People haven't lost jobs over what they've said over on social media. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, they did.
They have, but that's over more serious stuff.
But is it not like when you were representing like a big company? Not
different opinions or anything like that. Like at the end of the day, when it comes to big companies, all they care about is if you make money for them or not.
That's not true, Kelly.
Mm,
You haven't been paying attention, man. There's video game devs talking about, yo, we cannot even say who we voted for. We can't say it.
yeah,
Like if you voted for the orange guy, you can't say it in your video game studio. Otherwise, you're going to be out of a job and you won't be finding another one
Okay,
anytime soon.
maybe for this industry it's a little bit different, but for a lot of other industries they don't really care.
Well, that's what I was talking about. I'm talking about the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about video games, movies, TV shows, and whatever. Dude, Gina freaking Carano got fired. And she was headlining a Star Wars show because of something she put on Instagram. This is real, bro.
yeah, but you're talking about the superstar, right?
What I'm saying is, if the superstars get disciplined for not supporting the right agenda, what happens to the guy at the guy that serves coffee? What happens to the
he's-
IT guy?
Well, the guy, if he doesn't get discovered, nothing will happen. He can say that.
Exactly.
Once, but
If he doesn't
can-
get discovered, is that a society that has free speech?
Nope.
Done.
You have free speech, but other people also can do.
I mean,
whatever they
other
want.
people have their opinions. That's the thing. It's kind of just like
Yes,
it's.
Kelly. But
You can still
only
say what
one
you want.
side-
You can still say what you want.
Only one side is saying you don't deserve to have a job if you don't agree with me. You don't deserve to have housing. Only one side is saying that.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
I don't know. It's like here I'm beginning to see people go the other way because like they're getting tired of that, being fired over disagreeing with each other. So it's like it's kind of changing.
It's a welcome change if it's real.
It is.
Okay.
Oh,
That's why
I
cancel
sent
culture
you a-
isn't as effective as it. Yeah, I saw that.
okay. Sorry. Good to you.
You're good. Oh, I guess since we're on this topic, we could also talk about stellar yams.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Or stellar
Well,
booty.
I swear this gaming stuff is like getting out of hand, like all the cancel and oh my god, what are we doing? Can we just enjoy video games instead of
Okay, so I'm just gonna lay it out for you guys. So
talking about it?
practically the whole reception to stellar yams has been kind of like split. There's the crowd that loves the game and that especially loves the character model, and then there's the crowd that doesn't like the character model just because she has a big butt, and they don't think that's
Doesn't have a
That-
big butt. She
yeah
doesn't have a big butt.
yeah
People are upset that she's not overweight.
yeah.
Also, Kelly,
That she's beautiful.
you asked the question of why, when are we going to be able to go back to video games, just video games?
Yeah.
I can tell you when. We can go back to just video games as soon as the next video game crash comes.
No, if Larian Studio makes a next game, they don't get
No.
involved. Yes.
No, but still, people still get political. It's not the games being made that get political, and that's why I'm saying we need another video game crash. Because what happens is, right now, the industry is bloated. Video games is the most profitable entertainment industry on planet Earth.
Yes.
So everyone wants to get a piece of the pie. Even people that don't know nothing about video games, even people that don't like video games, even grifters. It's just people trying to make bank. Right now, I would say 60% of the industry, from the top down, is a bunch of people just trying to pay bills. They don't actually like what they are doing. So it's very easy for you to not focus on what you're supposed to be doing, which is just video games, because you're not here for the video games. You know, you
Yeah.
studied journalism. You really want to work at CNN. That's what you really want to do.
Well, that's why they go to the
But
video
you're
game outlets.
stuck.
Those are for rejected journalists.
Yeah, but you're stuck in Kotaku. This is not your dream job. You don't see any value in pressing buttons. That's why you don't want to make guides. That's why you don't want to make video game guides on Kotaku. Not because they don't pay you enough, but because you see no value in actually playing video games. Do you guys understand what's happening here? Our industry is full of people that aren't here for the games. So the only cure is to take the money away. We need another video game crash. That way all the real people in gaming will stay, and all the fake ones will pack up and go and grift somewhere else because they'll recognize there's no money in video games. Then they'll bounce. The real ones will stay. It'll go back to the 70s, to the 80s, to the 90s. Just video games. Until then, Flamish, every time you hear record profits in gaming, all you should know, Flamish, it's more people that don't give a fuck about video games that are now handing in their CVs to go and work at all these newspaper sites, at all these websites, at all these gaming companies. They don't give a shit about video games. They care about having a voice in whatever it is that, and to spread whatever agenda they have. They're not worried about making another great game.
Well, actually, Kotaku is actually changing its strategy and going for guides now, which is actually awesome.
Oh yeah.
So that's at least better. Thanks to God for that, because Kotaku was worse.
I don't know if it's better because like no one really these days reads those kind of articles when you can just go on YouTube and look up a tutorial.
But why do we go to YouTube? Because they fucked us. We used to trust these places.
Nah, I think well, YouTube's just easier because you could just like watch a video instead of just reading stuff.
Dude, videos on these websites. Go to IGN. They have the text, and right
but they're not really known for like videos like YouTube is. That's why everyone just goes to YouTube.
Yeah, people left way before YouTube. People already. That's why you have YouTube, because a whole bunch of people got frustrated with the rubbish, and they were like, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to see. I want to see game guides. Let me start doing game guides on YouTube. And then people like me and you notice that every time I come on these sites, they're not talking about games. They're talking about other stuff. Where can I get the game stuff? Oh, YouTube? Oh, awesome. Let me go. And now they've pivoted. They now add the game videos as well, but they maintain the other extras. The problem is we don't even have the patience to scroll past the extras and just go to the video games. So that's why the sites are being
Yeah.
Now the tactic with Kotaku is go back to guides, but they still beat a lot of YouTube searches because they pay for search engine optimization. So when you Google how to max out your taxi in city taxi life, whatever, their result comes out first with a video option as well. That's how they can win back the market. Do you understand? Because they're willing to not just put in the work, but also spend hundreds of thousands to make sure that they're the first, second, and third results. That's the tactic.
Yeah, let's hope they do a great job. But I heard they want to do like 30 guides a week, which is insane. But okay.
Good luck with that. With that small of a staff.
But 30 guides a week is not bad.
That's like 10. That's like 10 video games per person.
It's 7 people. Yeah, it's 7 people in the team. Last time we heard, there was 7 people on the team. Divide 30 by 7. How many is that?
I need to pull up my calculator for this shit. I wasn't expecting to do math.
4 guides. That's 4 guides a week.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's just a lot, though.
No, that's really not. Think about it, dude. You play video games for a living. You're supposed to make... And when we talk about guides, we're not talking about freaking the guide from how to start the game until the very end. We're talking about a specific guide to do one specific thing. Dude, you're telling me you can't come up with 4 3 or 4 minute guides per day in an 8-hour span? You can't do that. And then you have the Friday off. And if you're a fucking maniac, You can work through the weekend, and then you've got half the week off the coming week. And if you are a double maniac, you can keep working through the second week, and then you've got 2 weeks off work and your salary. Come on, bro. Like, are we not supposed to want to work? Do we just want to receive money and bitch about how the world is shit?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
exactly.
I'm with you.
Because
I'm with you
that's
on
what
that.
exactly happening these days. Luke,
Bro,
you cannot deny
dude,
that.
I would
Come on.
kill. I would kill if someone has a connection at Kotaku, even at any other gaming publication, and offered me this job. I don't even give a shit if it's in Dutch, bro. I will learn Dutch. I will
I'll
start
learn
doing
you.
fucking game
I
tags.
learned you
Alright?
Dutch.
And people need. I'm sorry. I'm tired of people not wanting to work, dude. What are we talking about? Even if it was 5 guides per week and you had to make 1 guide per day, you have 8 hours to make 1 measly guide. Are you serious?
You're
Yeah, you
not
should
wrong.
every
Because
day.
like for my parents, at least like when they grew up, they didn't have a choice. They had to learn really when you got a job for something. Even if it wasn't even like a permanent job, you still have to learn like
True.
what you were doing.
True.
Oh my god.
But I understand. I understand your point. 100%.
Just thinking about it, I'm getting triggered. I'm getting triggered.
Is that
Dude, I
because it
don't-
involves your like what you do as well, Luke?
Yeah, that's why I'm triggered. Cause I wish I had the same chance. I would chop your hand off
Yeah,
for a
but this is
chance
hype.
to make a living off of talking and writing about video games. A decent living. That's insane, dude. And you're gonna sit there and talk about, oh, they're muzzling us, motherfucker. They're telling you to do your job.
Hey, Sir X-Man's asking you, look, would you make a guide for Golem? Or what if they
Yes.
made you make a guide?
I don't.
You cannot
Dude,
even finish the
Sir
game.
X-Men.
It's broken.
So X-Men, I'd make a guide for Godzilla, for Kong, for that Kong game, that terrible Kong game. I'd make a guide for that motherfucker, dude. I would do it. Just find me the publication that'll pay me decent money. Like, I don't even need to be rich, dude. I just need to have enough to pay my bills. I'd be happy to actually do something that I love. That's why I'm saying the gaming industry is just full of people that don't actually want to talk about games. They're not here for the games. They're here for all this other stuff. They're not here for the video games.
And opinion pieces. Yep.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
even
the
opinion
kind of
pieces.
that's the
No,
kind of sad state
And-
about like this industry is like you have people that don't
I
care.
have to defend Kelly. Opinion pieces are not the problem. You can have opinion pieces, but your opinion pieces need to be video game based.
Yeah,
Don't bring your opinion pieces and be
well, that's
talking
what I'm saying.
about,
That's what
oh,
I'm saying. You don't
someone-
have people. You have people that don't care about video games in general.
But
Yeah.
actually, I just remembered. So Snow Day came out, right? They had IGN had press coverage like before. They talked with the devs. They had previews, and then the actual review came out, and they're like, "Oh, it's a 3 out of 10. This game is garbage. The last 2 games were awesome." And they tried to compare it to the old games. Like, this no, you don't do that.
Oh man.
It was actually a great game. Not gonna lie.
I
I
heard
saw
it's
that rating. I saw
I-
that rating. That looked rough.
I heard
Yeah,
I
it's
heard it's
rough.
kind of mixed.
It's not accurate. If you don't have friends, yes. But if you have friends, no. That's awesome game.
I don't know, I just kind of assumed from like some of the YouTubers I watched, like like ACG, he reviewed the game and said that it was okay. It wasn't anything too good.
Yes.
So I'm just kind
It's a
of
great game if you got friends.
yeah. Well, can you say that about any multiplayer game, even if it's bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. No.
Yes, dude. Come on.
No, not every game.
Because I think it's better with
Okay,
friends
game,
to be
not-
fair. I'm
Game
just
cannot
gonna
say that
I'm
about-
just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Try to remember.
Watching paint dry would be better with friends.
Yeah, because you can talk the shit.
Maybe we should do that for 10 hours on a podcast.
Oh god. I'm pretty
Just
sure.
10
I'm
hours
pretty sure
sitting
that
on
would.
the paint.
I'm pretty sure that would be a better use of Loke's time somewhere else.
No.
See,
We
so
need
look,
to do something special.
so look, you would want to
Someday.
watch paint dry.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to watch paint dry with us?
Yeah, if it's in person and we've got some wine or some beer or whatever, some
Ooh, yes.
meat, sure. I would stare at a wall like for hours, dude. No problem.
Oh,
God.
we got a thing on our hands, boys. Now we need to get a date. If we have a date,
I'm not about to watch.
we can do
I'm
this.
not about to watch a wall. I am not about to watch that.
Yeah, but Kelly, think about it. Remember, that's why I said in person. Think about it, Kelly. We catch a plane. We're in freaking Belgium. Weather's
we get
nice out.
together.
Weather's nice out. We're hanging out in Flemish's garden, eating, drinking,
Jacuzzi.
napping. That doesn't sound like a bad day, in my opinion. That's
All
not
right.
like a good day.
All right, fair enough.
Barbecue.
I
We need to
can't.
buy barbecue first, but I will do barbecue.
I can't put. We just went completely off topic. I'm just
Oh my
tired of
God,
talking about
Spexman said
watching a
Lord.
wall.
So,
Lord Ryder, oh my God.
Wait,
So-
what? Yeah.
we were talking about Stellar Blade with
Yeah.
the S.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say something about that. I played the demo, and a lot of the people that were freaking out about it, they just exposed themselves as people that didn't play the game. Because if you played the game, then you would know that there's so much more to just her appearance. And you have to literally stop playing the game, right? To focus on her butt. But if you're there to play the game, you're good. You won't even notice none of that. It's not like it's not like it forces you or anything to be like, oh, look at her ass, look at her ass. That's not what happens. That's not what happens at all. But
Oh.
you listen to all these people on social media, that's all they talk about. They
Yeah.
talk about it like that's all the game offers. But that's not true.
Same with Star Wars.
What do you
And
mean?
what?
The new Star Wars game, Outlaws.
Wait, you've played it?
No, you seen the trailer? The last one?
Yes, and
The character doesn't look great for most people, and that's all they talk about.
Oh, because she look. Are people saying that she doesn't have an ass or something?
No,
she
she has a manly chin. She doesn't look
Yeah.
anything like the voice act, like the.
Oh
the
right,
actor.
I was seeing that conversation.
Yeah,
on
that
Twitter.
kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm steering the conversation to the next topic.
Clearly.
Hey, it was perfect. It was perfect. So I did it. Yes.
that one, but
All right. I mean, sure. I guess we can go into that now.
I
All right.
didn't even
that
play
was-
Stellar Blade, so sorry. I
that was
just
a
went.
nothing topic. That was a nothing topic in my opinion.
Yeah.
Her
But
looks,
Star Wars.
because the pricing for the game, and how they divide it up like. the
Yeah, I
perks
actually
and whatever.
have something to say. I have something to say about that. Fucking Ubisoft.
Mm.
Ubisoft
Yes.
are just out for your money. They've been
everyone's
doing
out for
this.
your money.
They've been doing this since Watch Dogs 2. Just slowly
Yes.
pushing everyone to go get like the premium deluxe edition.
Oh,
I can't believe you're going to make me defend Ubisoft, Kelly.
No, Ubisoft is shit.
You
Sorry.
said,
You-
wait. Kelly said the Ubisoft's out for your money. Dude, everyone's out for your money. But From Software.
Yes and
From
no.
Software,
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say
best
this.
developer on the planet, in my opinion. From
Ubisoft are the
Software
only
is
ones
all-
Ubisoft are the only ones to push people to pay $150 for a game.
On the 29.
It's not even a collector's edition.
There is no collector's edition.
Yeah, this is just to get missions and DLC items.
I'm just correcting your wording.
No.
Ubisoft sucks, but it's saying that they're just out to get your money. That's not a good take in my opinion, because everyone's out to get.
Well,
money.
I'll explain what they want you to do. Okay, so Ubisoft Plus, that's what they want. They want you to get into the freaking subscription because you do get the Ultimate Edition on Ubisoft Plus. It's only €17.99 or $17.99 probably. Conversion rate, I don't know.
Conversion rate to the US is like 15. It's like
They
$15.99.
want you. They literally don't want you to own the game and just play to Ubisoft Plus, and then a few months later, the new Assassin's Creed launches, right at the end of the year, probably, maybe. And then they want you to again to get Ubisoft Plus.
Are they making another Assassin's Creed game?
Yeah,
Yes.
Red, the Japan
Japan
one,
game.
China. The one with the character that was in the small movie that came after Revelations with
The one that should the game that should have came before
a lot
Ghost of Tsushima?
earlier. Yeah, people have been talking about that game for basically decade, like when Assassin's Creed Revelations came around, and that thing, since the character was created and shown in that small video, people wanted to see a game with that character. Now they're finally getting to that.
Anyways, back to Star Wars though, Flemish.
Ubisoft are scumbags. They're scumbags. Not only do they wanna, they did the trifecta. Okay, they did the trifecta. So first of all, if you pay extra, you get early access. Okay, so every game these days you need to pay for 3 days early access, which is horrible practice. Thank you, Blizzard, for doing that first. Then we got the season pass with 2 DLCs that are not announced yet, right? And then you got the pre-order bonus. So we got the trifecta of stupid shit that they put in video games that's already like the pre-order bonus basically in the game. You get like a mission, right? It's already in the game. Why not give it this for free? Why? Why do you have to section that off to people that want to pay like €40 more, by the way? €40 for just a gold edition.
I can answer these questions if you want.
Yes. I'm
This
done.
game is a stupid.
Yeah, not really
Gamers are
stupid.
stupid, and we 100% deserve to get absolutely destroyed in our wallets because we keep buying these things.
Well, actually,
I hate that you say that because it is true, but I also hate it. Like, I know there are going to be people that are going to buy this, but I just hate it.
Yep.
I do not agree with your assessment because the people that care are the people that actually is the 1%. We are the people that is the 1% that do care about all this stuff. But because I would only like, I would actually go for Ubisoft Plus for 1 month, so I'm a lot cheap. I don't care about owning the game. It's not even like a real Star Wars game. It's just, there's no lightsabers, there's no Jedi, all that kind of stuff, right? So I wouldn't even classify it as Star Wars. I will classify it as a space rogue game. But
no one cares about the 1%, dude. Think about it as a business owner, right?
Yes, I understand.
You understand?
I understand completely what you say. Like, but the people that don't watch the videos, don't do all the news, are just plain stupid, like you say, are the people that they target.
He's coming to my side slowly, but he's coming. All right.
I am on your side. I know exactly what you mean, but the people that do care, they're just not big enough. We cannot make it then into just a casual market. The casuals don't even watch videos. They don't party. But all the practices that are happening, all the loot boxes that happened with like Star Wars and all that stuff. And we need a gaming crash, not only for political agendas, but also for all this shit.
Oh yeah, for the microtransactions.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand. Like early access is the newest thing. I can't wait to see when they do a quad factor.
I guess you two are in the same boat then of wanting a gaming crash, huh?
Yes.
It's the only way out, dude. It's the only way out. We don't have another solution. We need to clean the dock. All right? We need to get all the rubbish out and restart.
I'm not even talking about that. Ubisoft is even more scumbag, but that's the other topic that we're gonna talk about a little bit later. But
Wait, I thought that was part of the same topic.
It is part of the same topic, but afterwards. I first want to hear your opinion.
I don't know. I'm kind of in agreement. I think that there needs to be some way for these companies to just cut this shit out. Because like having these prices is just insane, especially when they're gonna have microtransactions in the fucking game, like with Odyssey and Valhalla. Like they practically made that. They practically turned that series into a live service type of game without needing the multiplayer aspect. So. And I don't know if you guys saw there was like a report like 2 years ago or something like that, or for Valhalla, where that out of all their games, they didn't even make money on the games themselves. They mostly made money from Valhalla's microtransactions. So most of Ubisoft's revenue came from microtransactions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most companies, but okay.
So that's probably why they're doing this, because it's like, if you make more money with microtransactions, what you need to do is get more people through the door at a cheaper rate, which is to make people go to the subscription, and then they'll spend more with microtransactions. That is
I don't agree, because the subscription gives you everything included. It gives you the Ultimate Edition basically for like 1/3 of the price of the game. Not even, it's like 1/4 of the price.
Although, when you really think about it, though, them pushing us to go to subscription is kind of like these publishers' ways of getting us to stop owning games, too.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing for years.
Yeah,
that's why Game Pass is that successful.
Well,
it's basically like
supposedly.
You had Blockbuster back in the day, right? Blockbuster, you rent the game, you give back in days or a week, right? That's basically the new type of Blockbuster. You rent the service for like a month and then you return your games. So we're just doing the same thing.
We kind of are in that weird period where people are pushing back against the services now, because they're raising prices and they're also removing stuff off their services.
Okay, but I'll make a counter argument to that. How much did it cost you to rent one game for like a few days? Back in the 90s. If you were old enough. I don't know if you were.
I was kind of, I'm a 2000s kid. I was born in 1998, so there were still Blockbusters around me. So I did have
rent
those
games?
I never rented games because I didn't have a console of my own, but I rented movies.
Okay, so how much was a movie for like a week? It's not really comparable.
For like a few you're days, asking the wrong guy, because I had parents and I was a kid, so they got it for me.
Okay.
All I know is it wasn't expensive. Like if you bought it outright.
We never rented game. We never rented.
You never? Never.
No.
Man, I'm
not
too old,
not even for Redbox.
No, we
so
used to
old.
rent movies. No, dude, it's not because I'm younger than you. It's just that it wasn't a thing in the country where I lived. All right. We would rent those cassette tapes for movies and stuff like that, but not games. Games you just buy for some reason.
I like Sir X-Man's comment in the chat. He put it's like when you go to a restaurant and they charge you extra for the condiments. That would suck.
And they actually do, like sometimes they do that though. Like if you go to McDonald's, they let you pay extra for the sauce on top of your fries.
They don't do that here. They kind of just throw it in your bag.
Nope. We need to pay for that in Belgium.
Europeans are
Not
being
with
nickel
every
and dime.
menu, but with some menus. Yeah, and it's like
Wow.
80 cents or something for condiment.
If they did that here, there
but-
would be an uproar.
Yeah, I know. Like you get free drinks, like free refills. We need to pay every single drink with our meal.
Although to be fair, that is how most of America is already overweight. So I wouldn't say that's a
But-
good thing.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
that.
But okay, so renting a video game back in the day for me was like €7 or so. €7, maybe like equivalent what it was before for currency that we used, right?
Mhm.
For like a few days. Now imagine that being like over 100 games, 300 games like Xbox Game Pass, or around the same period if you go PlayStation, and you get like for like 3 times the price. It's a good deal. I'm not gonna lie. Like having access to such a huge library is actually not that bad if you look at renting. You will still save a lot of money, even if there's only a few games coming up. I will keep telling that like it's okay if you like the franchise.
Mm.
And it's to go. So if you don't need it, cancel until a new game comes out. That's the same. So okay, we're not around like owning our own games anymore. They want that, right? They want the service, but it's actually in the long run, it's actually cheaper if you think about it.
What's cheaper? Renting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
I think renting.
I don't need to
think
pay
re-
like a lot of. Sorry.
Listen, Flamin, I think renting, it has a space, right? It has a like a function,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think I don't think for most people it's the way to go for most gamers. Because for me, the way I see renting is the benefit of Game Pass that I still see today. Game Pass is still an amazing service today. But
Yes.
the function of Game Pass, in my opinion, is not for you to replace game purchases with Game Pass. Game Pass is supposed to open your horizons, and this is what it did for me, and give you the opportunity to try out hundreds of stuff that you would never have given a chance before. That's the
Yeah.
function of Game Pass. But as soon as you find said stuff, go and buy it.
Nah.
That's how I understand Game Pass and renting games in general. And to pivot to my point about this whole thing with Ubisoft, this type of stuff just reiterates my decision to go full PC as soon as I can, because
Well,
I believe in owning the things that I buy.
You know what other people are
Alright.
doing nowadays too to kind of go
Okay.
around that.
What?
People are going back to the older consoles and playing the older games because at least you
Yes.
can
Yeah,
own
well,
those games.
True.
And
No
but
DLCs.
you still don't
no
really
fuck-
no, but you still don't really own them. Like for example, if you have a PS3 and you have the hallowed Metal Gear Solid 4,
Mm.
own it until that disc breaks or gets scratched,
Yeah.
or until the console stops working or whatever. But if you get Metal Gear Solid, the new remaster that's coming out right now on Steam, when the one that's coming out later this year, when it comes out on Steam or wherever, GOG, etc. When you buy it on PC, it's yours forever. Because the disk drives can die.
Or unless
You
Steam
hope-
shuts down eventually. I mean,
And
hopefully
this
not.
This is why I brought up GOG. Shout out to anyone who is watching this. Sir X-Man, thank you so much for chilling with us. If you buy games on GOG, they are yours forever. They give you the actual install file. They give you the EXE. You don't need to sign into no server. There's no key verification. There's nothing. So when you buy your game on GOG, all you need to do is save it on a disk drive. You can save it on a cloud service. You can put it on your Google Drive. You can put it on your Windows Drive. You can put it on all the drives you want. You will never lose access to that game that you bought. There you have true ownership. But this business of, oh, I have it on Steam, like you said, Callie, Steam can go down. It's highly unlikely that's ever going to happen in our lifetime.
Oh
but
yeah.
it could. It could happen. There's like a 0.0007% chance that Steam could go up in flames while we are still alive.
Nah.
So go to GOG, buy your games on GOG, and they'll be yours for real. Not this bullshit about they're yours, but kinda. Because with Star Wars, this thing about it's saying that you need to check in. Most of these games are gonna start telling people to check in, whether it's multiplayer or single player. And
Oh yeah, the multiplayer stuff.
if you need to check in, that means that they can check you the fuck out.
Just like with the
If they
crew.
wake up one day- Yeah,
Just like with the
they
Ubisoft The
can
Crew
wake
game.
up one day. Thank you. They can wake up one day and now everyone is checked out of this hotel.
No, I even so 2 more things. Okay, so I'm gonna even make you more mad, Luke, because there's actually a development that happened soon, not that long ago. So 2 things. First of all, the game also needs internet to be installed on disk. Okay, so even if you buy the disk, you still need the internet to install the game.
Mhm.
So that's gone. There's no more install without internet in that game.
That's almost
so
just as
that's
bad
also
as
screwed.
that's almost as bad as when Bethesda just sold the quote unquote physical copy of Fallout 76 when all it was just just the fucking case and a cardboard disc cutout.
Yep.
So I'm gonna tell you this. So you talked about owning games on PC, right?
Yes.
Okay. So people that bought The Crew years ago, okay, when it came out, so many years ago.
I
they're
was
still
one of
playing
them.
The game. It's only 6 years old, right? I think it's 6 years old, The Crew one. That game not only lost the internet, right? So you cannot connect to servers, you cannot play the game at all. You're not able to play the game at all anymore. You cannot get to the game files, so there's nothing people can do to get the game basically. Well, if the game is not accessible anymore, I think part in line, even it's like the great savior of these type. And there's actually people are going with lawsuits now. There's a website called Stop Killing Games that's actually going against Ubisoft. Yes, I'm actually gonna put a link in chat.
Please do.
And they ask you to actually go to your CD again, to go to the DGCCRF, which is like consumer things for Europe. You also have it everywhere in the world, other kinds of stuff. And they ask you to file a complaint so Ubisoft cannot just kill games, basically. Like they basically killed The Crew. Like you can buy the new one and you can play that, but you cannot even discuss The Crew anymore on Reddit, on the forums. It's just not there anymore. There's nothing you can do. So I'm actually in the process of actually filing a complaint. I need to wait a week and a half. And yeah, I'm gonna see what happens. But this is something that needs to be regulated
They also
by the government.
They also are removing the game for anybody's libraries, right?
Yep. Completely. You will not even be able to install. You just lost access to the files that are the game. So normally you have like pirated servers, right? Here you can't even get to the files, so you can't even install the original game.
Damn.
Yep.
Yep.
Ubi-
So it gets
Ubisoft
even
is
worse,
turning.
Luke.
Ubisoft is a scumbag of a company.
So normally, like, there's another game that came but they basically had like the Avengers, right? One of the slopfest that was actually not that bad, I would say. I still played a little bit, but it became a slopfest. Not gonna lie, even though Wakanda was a little bit also great in the beginning when it came out, still became boring game. That game actually became like offline completely, so you don't need to stop your game. You can just play single, right? Without online, without any servers, like without. But even that they didn't do. They just said like, nope, we're shutting down servers and we're too lazy to put in like an offline mode.
Wow.
Yep. So I hope you're not too mad, but I didn't want to make you pissed off. But this is like
Man.
even
Dude,
worse.
I have no faith in these guys.
Me neither. Me neither. Ubisoft is like the worst. I think EA is doing a little bit better with like the franchises they have now. I think Ubisoft is the new company of the year.
Yeah, even EA, dude. When you're losing to even EA, then you know you're messing up.
I mean, EA
I do
has
wanna
pretty much
say-
bounced back from where they were a few years ago.
Yes,
They're
but I
an
do
all
wanna
right company
say
these days.
Activision with what they did in Call of Duty with like the new glove they released, that's even more expensive than the game, which is a one-hit kill. I cannot say anything good about that. Yeah, so Call of Duty actually brought a new DLC out, a small like downloadable content, which is just a glove that looks like a monkey's fist, okay, with like a brazen on top of it with metal. You can punch a guy, will one hit kill them, basically, and it's $80.
$80, Jesus.
What?
$80 for glove. Oh, hold on, I'll put it in chat.
For just the glove?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I bet someone's buying. I bet someone's buying it.
Oh, a lot of people.
Oh God. I can't believe we're in this now. We're like in gaming. Like it's just like where else can this happen? Like why?
Only here. Only here.
Only in gaming, huh? You can sell a virtual item for fucking $80.
Sorry,
the
it's
price-
Kotaku.
For the price of a full game, dude.
That's the King Kong Glove Godzilla DLC.
Jesus.
$80.
80 fucking bucks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cannot
I'm
even
lost for words.
customize it.
You know what?
Usually-
You know what?
usually I have a lot to
You know what's-
say, but I'm lost for words, yeah.
You know what? Screw
Oh,
screw those cryptocurrencies. Who needs cryptocurrencies when you can just do this in video games?
Pretty much.
actually, you're not bad because do you know all those microtransactions people bought in like the original model, like Call of Duty, like Warzone, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't transfer over to Warzone 2.
I forgot about people were pissed
Okay.
about that.
Yeah, even that happened, and that's what they all trying to fight now with stop killing games. That needs to be regulated by the government. They should not be able to be. They should be held accountable. That if they do that kind of stuff, you need to get your money back. One, or they need to provide a way of still being able to play the game and access the game.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna do that.
Probably not in our
Oh,
lifetime.
I'm sure it's gonna break the camel's back at some point, like they did with loot boxes. They always go too far at some point, until they hit like a
Until they get the government
nationwide
involved.
news. Yep, yeah. Until they have the wrong person that wants to play the game and get out.
Yeah,
You know what? You know what?
it gets real.
You know what? Anyone that knows a government friend out there that has a kid, get their kids to play video games.
And then go into-
Especially these expensive ones. So,
That's
but those are my rents. Those are my rents. I want to talk about that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
goodness.
They're
I
good.
feel- I
Those
feel
are good
sick.
topics.
I feel sick right now.
Yeah, it's let's say that it's not good. The
Now you
franchise-
see why I
the
said Ubisoft is a pretty shitty company. Look.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was way worse than I thought it was. Jeez.
Exactly. They somehow made EA look like angels in comparison.
Yes.
Oh,
EA
I am
looked like-
sure that when like Suicide Squad, I know you don't like that game, Luke. I know, even though you have it yourself, you can play it right from my library. That game will also like next year's gonna stop support, and I'm not sure if they even gonna do like an offline mode because it's online only.
What do you
So
think they're going to
I'm-
do, Flemish? What do you think they're going to do?
I think they're
If you
not
had
gonna.
to make a bet,
I think they want. I think they should, because people still paid like. for the
no,
game.
not what they should do. What will they do?
It's Rocksteady, so I still have a little bit of faith in the company, even though it's a bad game.
What,
Um,
what they did
it's
to Batman?
Rocksteady we're talking about.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, we killed him. I mean,
No, that wasn't Rocksteady though. That was what's it called? Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no.
oh,
Yeah.
turtle thingy, turtle game.
Yeah.
Hold on. Who made Suicide Squad?
Oh no, yeah, no, it was Rocksteady. I forgot. Yeah, I was thinking of I was thinking about that other one that was released under Warner Brothers. What was it called?
Yeah,
yeah,
Rocksteady, of course.
I was thinking
was
of the
cool.
other one. I was thinking of the other one.
Yeah,
one
but
with
that was
Batgirl and all them.
Knights. They
Yeah,
didn't
Gotham
make
Knights.
Knights. Yeah, Gotham Knights is from another company.
I don't know.
Completely.
Look,
And that
I don't know.
game is
These
travesty.
games are these games are so similar that they're starting to blur in my head.
No, they're not similar. How can
They
you
are.
say they're similar?
They are
No, not at all.
four-player squad team game.
Nope. And I'll tell you why. The way the characters travel in the world is way more fun than they do in Gotham. And there's
Okay,
a little bit
okay.
more variety in how they play.
Okay.
In Gotham Knights, they all play the same. They all have
I'm
like
with you, Kenny.
boring.
Thank you,
I'm
Luck.
with you. Flemish is
Play
coping
both.
right now. Cope
No,
and
I
see.
play both. I know exactly.
Copium to the max.
To the max, bro.
I guess with that, I'll end the show here with letting you guys do your outros because I gotta do some stuff now. Like I said, I'm gonna end the show a little bit early. But yeah, do your outros, guys. Flemish, you go first.
No, I refuse. I want to go for an over. No, okay, so guys, it was awesome. I'm happy. It's been a few weeks. We're sorry. Right? Kelly?
Yes. Okay. I actually was meaning to talk about that. So there was supposed to be an episode uploaded. I kind of just put it to the side and never touched it because school. So never uploaded it. But yeah. And I've also been meaning to do a video.
life.
I've been meaning to do a rebrand too. So I'm gonna be uploading a video soon about rebranding and why this is called Classic Cancelled. So yeah, I'll do that.
Yes. So besides that, guys, I stopped streaming. I stopped making YouTube videos. I'm sorry. But you will find me here on the show. Yay! And on Twitter.
No
That's
Twitch.
No streaming anymore. I completely put it on the side. Until I can
Gasp.
find something that's more my passion, which I want to do. Like maybe play one particular video game a lot.
Oh no.
But because I bounce all the time. But I'm just not sure yet. I need to find my passion again. What I want to do with Twitch or streaming in general.
Also,
That's it.
Wise in the chat typing out. I'm amazed that people still feel and corporations is good when it is in their very creation that they all they want is money. Good point. Good
Yeah.
point, Wise.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying the only solution is a gaming crash. We need to get all the execs that are just there for money to go to somewhere else. We need to get all the writers that are in places like IGN and Kotaku and whatever to leave and go to wherever else they have to grift. We need to get all the activists and developers that don't really care about video games to go somewhere else.
I think I got a sound effect for this.
We need to cut the fat. That's what we need to do. We need to cut the fat in games.
Okay, I'll just play through Discord.
Lord Gaming? The Lord? Kill the Lord?
Anyways, look, do your outro, man.
You can find me on TSWS on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays when Kelly doesn't do the show, and also you can find me on Wise Old Gamers channel right after bullsitting on Fridays. Thank you.
Perfect. Anyways, guys, so I'll be back in the next 2 weeks with the show again, and I am gonna be doing another episode of Gamer Couch Club next week. So stay tuned for that. Got a very special guest. I'll announce it midweek, just because I'm a little bit excited for this one. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And with that, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and peace.
Bye bye.